Hi YouTube, and welcome to my video on how to get the Acme Genesis LED moving head working with MyDMX by American DJ. Just a few things to get covered. First of all, this is a video request by the Crazy Tommy, so thank you to him for requesting this. Number two, I apologise, I've been suffering from a cold lately which has made me slightly more nasally than normal, although I do realise I don't have a fantastic voice for doing this, which is why all my other videos are silent. So again, I apologise about that. Number three, if you are looking for some profound information on how to use MyDMX or DMX in general, I suggest you look elsewhere. This is going to be a very basic tutorial on getting that fixture to be controlled by that software. Okay, so let's get started. Things you're going to need, first of all, is a USB cable. This will come when you buy the dongle, but you should have quite a few of those knocking about your house anyway. Printers are a good place to start. Number two, you will need the MyDMX dongle. The software can be downloaded for free from the American DJ website. I will post a link for that, but this you will have to pay for. This cost me £105 when I bought it about 3 years ago, so I don't know how it stands. Definitely the cheapest one in the market. Is it the best one? That's another discussion to be had at a later date. Number three, you will need a DMX cable. I'm only going to take one end of this out because I've actually got no space to work with, but it's effectively it's the 3-pin version of MyDMX. It's only a single universe with these. You might be asking why this is white. That is because that isn't actually DMX cable itself. This is one that I use as a control cable. It's made out of twin and earth, 0.75mm twin and earth electrical cable, because the contacts are better on each end. However, the impedance on that I'm not quite sure about, so it could potentially harm fixtures in the long run. So if you are going to do that, only use it for short periods of time and be it on your head. I would always recommend follow the instruction manual and get yourself some proper DMX cable. Lastly, of course, you will need your fixture. Now, you've probably noticed as I've been going along, I've been inserting things and pulling them apart. This is because this is about the 5th take of this. Okay, so in this order, as you see on the computer screen, MyDMX is not running. You are going to need to plug the cable in to the computer, then into the dongle, then attach your fixture, then power that up. Does have quite a lengthy load time, but what we need to do is just wait for a second until this is settled down before we actually start the software. Okay, so now that the light's settled down, let's just take a little bit of a closer look at it. From this side here, when it's actually settled down into DMX mode, it will face away from its display. Okay, if you were to take the DMX cable out, it will automatically go to a show in sound to light mode, and you can see down here, another way to tell is, number one, that won't give you an address, that will give you SH, which stands for show, and then either 1, 2 or 3. Number two, this light will light up here amber, telling you it's a master fixture unless you've set that differently. Number three, if you make some noise, the sound light will be activated. So we're just going to plug that back in here, and then we're going to look at the changes. So now SH3 is changed to 1, and this red light up here has come on telling you that it's got DMX. This display will go out after about 10ish seconds. So you're going to want to set your address now then. You've got 4 buttons across the bottom here. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to read them because the cameras are a little bit blurry, but starting from the top here, you've got menu, down, up and enter. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you. I'm going to move it to 10, and I'm going to... No, actually no, I'm going to move it to 10 and leave it there. So first of all, we're going to press menu. Okay, that's going to give you address. There's a whole host of these I'm not going to go into. So address and enter, and there you've got your light flashing. So we're just going to press the up button and enter again, stop it flashing. That will go to address. We're just going to leave that for a second and wait for it to go back to 10. There we go. So that will go out shortly now then. Okay, Again, still notice that I haven't started MyDMX. For those of you who are wondering about that desktop display, oh hi me, I'm an Empire Total War fan, completely and unashamedly. Okay, so we're now going to go to MyDMX. Now you're not going to see this very well, but what we're looking for here is, when it finally decides to start up, USB mode. If it's working with the USB, it will say USB. If it's not, it will say demo. Okay, we're going to start a new show, and we're going to go to the editor. Like I say, I'm not going to go into a great amount of detail, but we're then going to go channel 10, which is the x-axis, 11, which is the y-axis, 12, and I think 15. No, it was wrong. There we go. So it's in this case it's 12 and 17, which is the dimmer and the shutter. So there we go. You see it's cutting out and then fading back in. Okay, so that's as much as I'm really going to go into there. Just a few things to wrap up then. American DJ don't do this fixture as a standard. I've had to build it myself. So two things. Number one, if you want a copy of the fixture, post a comment for me and I will find out about how to send that to you. We'll figure a way out. Number two, if you want to try and build it yourself, post a comment and I will do a video on how to use the scan library with MyDMX. Secondly, well, rather, that was point 1.1 and 1.2. This is point 2. Always follow the instruction manual. There's a lot of very good forums out there as well, so if you want to have a bit of a discussion, I know there's something going on with the firmware on that, so just have a good read up, because you can kill it quite easily if you do the firmware update incorrectly. Number 3, as I said before, I've not gone into a massive amount of detail about the light itself or MyDMX. If that's troubling you, then post a comment and I will do another video on either of those subjects. Same as I said before, if you want me to do something involving dip switches, then I will do that as well. Yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you've been informed, and I'll see you again soon.